Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's been another month already. Time really flies when you're buying things and trading for things. So I figured I got a couple things I'd like to show you guys on some recent pickups that I've gotten. So the first thing I'd like to show is a couple Switch games that I picked up recently. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is actually in the realm of Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap. I haven't had a chance to open this yet, but this actually comes with a couple little things, and that's what I like about these indie games for the Switch. They all come with an instruction manual and maybe like a sticker or something like that. Like this one right here says 24 pages full color instruction booklet. And you know, that's something that's missed nowadays on a lot of games. Physical media in general. Like, I remember back in the day when you'd get a CD and it'd have you fold that thing out and it'd have all the lyrics and everything else. Now you get, if people are buying CDs anymore, it's like a little leaflet. It's like 2 pages, if that. So I'm glad that these indie developed Switch titles are getting the love and treatment that they deserve. I'm definitely going to open this up and play it because the graphics are phenomenal, and I know it's going to be good because I played the Dragon's Trap and it was awesome. So the first one is Monster Boy. The next one I got is Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. Now, the reason I didn't open this yet, I've actually played this already, but I played it for my Switch. I actually downloaded it and bought it digitally, and I figured I'd pick up the physical too because physical media is something that's being forgotten about, I think, and that's unfortunate because I think that physical media is great. I love being able to actually hold the game when I buy it, you know? Just something about it. This is a limited run game. Honestly, I'm not too fond of them after I tell you why, but this is a great game. Obviously, if you haven't played it, you're missing out. So, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. Another one is Luigi's Mansion 3. I mean, what do you say, man? It's Luigi's Mansion. You know it's good. I actually played this one. And see, this is what I'm talking about. First party title, no instruction manual. You know, like this is Nintendo for you. They won't, their first party stuff, they'll have you like go online on a website and look at the instruction manual. Like, I don't know. I just don't like that. But this is a fantastic game. If you played any of the other Luigi's Mansions, you know what to expect, and they're all good. So, Luigi's Mansion 3. And this is where I get into where I was talking earlier about limited run. I picked up the collector's edition of Streets of Rage 4 for the Nintendo Switch because I wanted the limited edition Genesis case. This is actually, when you take this slipcover off, it's actually a Genesis case. You can't see my Genesis case right here. Maybe I can insert a picture of it, but the way they made it sound like it was going to come in a Genesis case. And it does come in a Genesis case, but it's huge. I mean, look at this. Like, how can I line this up with Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3? When I put this in, slide it up, I mean, it's like this much wider than the Genesis cases. So, I don't know. That was one thing that kind of upset me because they didn't tell you that when you pre-ordered it. I was excited because I was going to be able to put this where it belonged, which was right beside Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Now it sticks out like a sore thumb. Literally, it sticks out way further. So it just looks awkward on a shelf of perfectly lined Genesis titles. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. That was the first thing. And then another thing, this just shipped to me. I bought this game months ago, and they promised to have it out months ago. So the pre-orders were actually shipped later than the people who had just bought in the game. So if you pre-ordered this, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get this first, I pre-ordered this right off the bat. No, just like random people who went and bought this game were getting it shipped to them before the people who pre-ordered it. And I don't know, it just pissed me off. It wasn't cool at all. Like, so what they did Well, I don't have it sitting up here. They tried to give you a limited edition soundtrack, I guess, but I don't know. It's just kind of like sour grapes, you know? It came with like a little insert in a soundtrack. And I don't know, it just upset me. But other than that, this game is fantastic. Highly recommended that you pick it up. If you like beat 'em ups, if you like Streets of Rage, I mean, this is literally 26 years in the making. I mean, can you imagine that? 26 years later, and they finally made another Streets of Rage game. Streets of Rage was huge for me on the Sega Genesis. Me and my uncle played every one of them. My favorite and his favorite is still Streets of Rage 1, but I know a lot more people are fond of Streets of Rage 2. And Streets of Rage 3 is kind of like the redheaded stepchild, I guess. But this game's fantastic. Tons of levels, tons of unlockable characters. It's awesome, man. I love the artwork in the game. I love the combos. I love how you can play 2-player online. And you can actually play 4 players locally, like couch co-op. It's fantastic. So, Streets of Rage 4. So next I'll move on to some other video game stuff that I got. And I've been looking for this, no kidding, for about 2 years now. And I haven't been able to find one in the condition that I've been looking for. You'd be surprised how hard it is to find this in good condition. It's an NES Satellite. Now, this allowed you to play 4 players at the same time on the Nintendo Entertainment System for games like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that. But finding this box, I don't know why, but this thing was just insanely hard to find in good condition. I found boxes that were destroyed. I've never seen them in this good a shape. So when this one popped up, I had to get it. So this was sold, look at this. This was sold at Woolworths for $79.99 back in the day. Man, if you had $80 to spend on just an adapter, you still had to buy 3 other controllers or 2 other controllers to use this thing to its full potential. So the NES Satellite, I'm trying to get all the NES accessories complete in box, but it's very good condition. And another little tidbit, if you ever see this and they say it's complete, it must have this, because a lot of people will say it's complete and don't have this little piece of styrofoam right here. This thing, you'd be surprised how hard it is to find this. Most of them just have this, but this is actually complete with the booklet. Everything in great condition. I honestly don't think it's ever been played, my opinion. But with this early Nintendo stuff, none of it was sealed. So you don't know if it was played or not, honestly. Like back in the day, they didn't have those security seals on any of the consoles or the accessories for it. So what would happen is if you got a buggy accessory, some people would actually go to the store, you know, when cameras weren't a big thing, and they would actually open these up and switch it out with theirs and then walk out of the store and kind of steal it, which was unfortunate. So what they did was they started putting security seals on everything. But I remember specifically going to Toys R Us back in the day and seeing people saying that their controllers weren't working, and the workers would just pop open the NES action set and just pull a controller out because there was no security seals on these. They would just, this is what it looked like. Same thing with the action set. So the NES Satellite, really hard to find, and I'm glad I found it in this shape. Like, it's not mint, but just get online and look and see if you can find a condition like this. It's extremely hard to find, trust me. And there's actually 2 versions of this. They have, the later version has no 4-player accessory on here. On the second wave of these, they took this off. It looks a little bit different, so be on the lookout for that if you're looking for a first run. Another thing I picked up was some more toys. So I know you guys know because I've talked about it a lot on the channel. I love G.I. Joes. So I actually picked up 2 G.I. Joes that I've been needing for my original 1982 to 1994 full run of the classic 3 3/4 line. The first character that I needed was a 1988 Secto Viper, complete. Now, a lot of you are saying, you know, what's this thing? You know what I mean? Because Secto Viper actually came with only one accessory, which was a gun, which was this, his laser pistol. But he actually has a helmet that you can take off. But here's the thing. He only came with the Cobra Bug, which was a vehicle that they released in 1988. So he never came on card. You could just go on the peg at the store and pick him up. You had to buy the expensive $30 Cobra Bug. $40 at Toys R Us, I think. So finding him still with his helmet and pistol is pretty tough to do these days. So what I do is I pick them up and I make these little bags and I just put 1988 Secto Viper complete. So what I'll do is when I eventually display him, because I have two displays here with all of them in it, I'll actually put him in the case and then I put his accessories inside here and then I put them in a little box so I know marked every year. So eventually I'll show that, but it's just like a little system where I can catalog what I need and what I don't have. And it keeps everything in good order so I don't have mixed up accessories and I don't know what they go to. So yeah, I picked up an 88 Secto Viper. Another character that I picked up was an extremely hard to find character, and he is not cheap at all. If you find him, he's either yellowed or he's missing an accessory or a file card. Having one 100% complete is one of the harder figures to find a Real American Hero toy line. It's a 1987 Payload. He's another figure that never had a release on card. He only came with one thing. And leave it down in the comments section if you know what he came with. But here's the thing. Very rarely you find him in this shape. He's either yellowed, like I said, or he's missing his file card. This is 100% complete with file card. Now, here's the thing. It's a red back, and it's uncut. See, so what they would do is when you would get a figure back in the day, this would come inside the Defiant, which was, I want to say it was $80 to $100 vehicle back in the 1980s. So getting him and keeping all of his accessories and his file card is extremely hard to do. He's usually missing one thing, or two, or the whole bunch. So finding him in this condition with perfect silver paint and the white outfit that isn't yellowed, kind of like the old Super Nintendo, that would happen with these G.I. Joes also. So finding him is nearly impossible with everything. And an uncut file card, because people would, see this little line right here, they would cut out this stuff. And it hurts the value on complete figures, actually. Some people make it a big deal to have uncut file cards, and this is actually one of them. So there is Payload. He's from 1987, and here's the thing. He came with the Defiant, which he comes with his backpack, his helmet, and his handles for his jetpack and his helmet. But here's the thing. Usually every figure I see does not come with the original, I guess you could say it's called an umbilical cord, but it's basically the thing that when they go out into space and they get out of the ship and they're floating around, they got that wire hooked to them, it's always missing. Well, this is the original cord that he came with. I know it looks ridiculous and it just looks like a piece of metal or whatever, like wrapped in plastic. This alone is a $100 cord. Fantastic. And I got an extremely good deal on him too. So 1987 Payload complete. I'm down to around 30 figures that I need to complete the entire run, and he's one of them. So I'm super glad I knocked him off the list, man, because he is extremely pricey, and I did a little trade and got a good deal cash-wise also on him. But I was stoked because I did not know he was going to come with this. He didn't, let me know that this was, he said 100% complete, but I figured 100% complete was all of his weapons and his card. You never see this. I've only seen two come up, and they sell for over $100. A Benjamin just for this. So I'm glad to have them and add this to my collection. So 1987 Payload. Now I got a couple Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle items that I bought. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sealed complete series Topps tote pack. Now, there was 2 series of cards, trading cards that they released for the Ninja Turtles cartoon. Series 1 had 88 cards and 11 stickers. Now, what this does basically is puts everything inside this little thing. And this is actually sealed, by the way. This is factory sealed. If you look on the back, it says 1989 Mirage Studios. So look at it, Mondo to the max. Like I can just imagine Michelangelo saying that. This was every card and the first 11 stickers. So what would happen was you would buy these little trading cards, and they would come with a piece of gum in them, and they would come with a couple cards, and every now and then you'd get a sticker. So getting the sticker was the tough part, because on the back of the card it had an image, and you put all the images together, and it would make one big image. So I was looking to complete my Series 1, and it was just getting really pricey to get individual cards trying to do it. So then I seen this pop up at my local flea market, and my buddy Daniel sold this to me for, in my opinion, an insanely good price. I think I got it for $10. I think it says right here, $10. But if you try to get all 88 cards and 11 stickers, I don't know, I spent way more than $10. So I thought this was fantastic. I was more than happy just to fork over the $10 and get it, because it saved a ton of time. There's actually two series, Series 1 and Series 2. Series 2, there's another like 100 cards in it. So, but I've never seen a Series 2 tote pack. So I think this might be the only one. But look at that, man. That's just so cool. Like to have that back in the day, you know. I would have loved to have something like that. Another thing is, the more recently, is I got the Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder. Now, I got lucky and pre-ordered this thing, and actually got a pre-order to go through before their website crashed. So, this is based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze movie, and this is Super Shredder. So what you do is you open him up, and look at this guy. I mean, just look at that. He looks just like him. You know, like these movie line figures are just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to open this figure. I'm going to display him with my other figures that I have. I'm not going to keep him in here, even though this package is kick-ass. But I don't know. I just love this figure, and I actually got him. So he's pretty pricey if you had to buy him on the secondary market. But I got him for $29.99. So I'm super happy with that. And then one last thing I got. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cookies from 1989. Now, if you're an old man like me, you remember this. And there was a couple different flavors of this. So what you would do is you go to the store, you know, and you just want some cookies. And, you know, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was so huge that they had their face and name on everything. So look at that. And I just remember seeing these in the store when I was younger. So when I saw one pop up for sale, I jumped on it, because you very rarely see the boxes in this condition selling. They're usually super worn out. So, and look at this. This is actually a movie poster order form. So you could buy this poster for $5. Leonardo discovering the true ninja, if you remember that part in the movie. But like, look at that. That's like a promo shot, which was awesome, man. And it talks about joining the fan club. It costs $5 to join the fan club, and you can be a member and receive all these cool items. Colorful bandana, special limited edition comic book, a 4-inch color sticker, an official Turtle Force membership certificate, official membership card, and 1-year subscription to the Turtle Force fan club newsletter, Chaos Chronicles, printed twice a year. So basically, you'd sign up and you only get 2 issues. But, I mean, for $5. But I just remember, like, sticking my hands in there and eating these things when I was younger. Not this exact box, but this exact flavor. Who didn't like chocolate chip? So, that's some of the stuff that I love to, like, put in my collection. Just kind of oddball stuff. But the Turtles cookies, man, those are a gimme. Well, that's what I picked up recently. And to be honest, I picked up a lot more stuff. But I can't make these videos crazy long like I did the first time. There's a couple more things I have to show, and there's a ton that I had picked up. So if you guys have any pickups, put it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, well, how am I going to do this? I'm going to move this desk. Okay. Keep on reminiscing.